All right, peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Zoe. This is episode 101, featured CKing. You know, follow him at _CKing, right? My brother, you know what I'm saying? This is before everything, right? So this is connections coming together. Yo, bro,
Literally.
welcome, bro.
Thank you, man.
So good to see you, beloved.
Thank you, bro.
Beloved.
Yes.
What's the word? How you feel?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. I'm blessed, man. I literally, like, right now, the complaints are, like, minimal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a blessing.
Yeah, bro.
Introduce yourself to the world, bro.
Which camera? Am I looking at camera 2, camera 1, camera 3? Like,
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? CKing here, and I'm here with my boy Zoe on Conversations with Zoe podcast, man. You already know what it is. Stay locked in.
Absolutely, man. So we're going to start off here, man. What's on your heart?
What's on my heart, especially lately, has been love, man.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
And not just, you know, not like just love for my brother. I'm always gonna have love for people, but like, you know, love in general, man, and trying to find that person that I can build with.
I like that.
You know?
I like that. So we're going to take a deep dive.
Okay.
We're going to go a couple different places.
Okay, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to Twitter a couple times.
Okay.
All right? You know, but what was your childhood like?
Oh, man. I grew up in Harlem, New York. And I've always felt, different
Yeah.
because, you know, I didn't, like, I would know people. I knew dudes from the block, but I never knew anybody's name.
Yeah.
And I was always Chris' little brother.
Yeah.
So, you know, if anything, that was almost the thing that people were like, he good, he Chris' little brother. I don't know who my brother was in the street, but I guess he was good. And because he was good, I was good, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I never, like, if I was hanging out, you know, it was always like for a short period of time, but I was always good with everybody. I felt that I was always, you know, able to come around, but then it was like, you know, I wasn't the best student.
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of had the ball and chain. Like, it was like, all right, I'm going to come outside because I'm supposed to be going to the store.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm only going to be out here in 30 minutes is pushing it.
Yeah.
And if I'm not back, you know what I'm saying? Just if I don't come outside for the next couple weeks, man, it's because I got 2 ball on the chain, you know what I'm saying, on the ankle or whatever. But growing up in Harlem was a fun time, man.
Yeah.
Summers were crazy. PAL, you know, had the street blocked off, games in the street and stuff like that. So yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Those were the times.
Oh,
It wasn't as bad. Like things were bad, but like it all depends like what crowd you was running with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was with, shout out to my boy Pierre. You know, I was with Pierre all the time. He was my neighbor. So like we was more into sports. So like we was really floating around with the sports crowd. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't on the other side. So I feel like whatever you was looking for, you found.
Yeah. I felt like stuff was happening.
Yeah.
And you know, growing up, but stuff wasn't happening to us.
Yeah.
We were always cautious. We were always aware, like, yo, don't get too crazy or whatever. I mean, and there were certain instances where stuff did get a little wild, you know, we were in some stuff that we knew we shouldn't have been into.
Yeah.
We was a little wild, but you know, it wasn't like we, you know, I never been locked up.
Yeah.
I can say I never been locked
neither,
up. You know, so that's a blessing, man.
So tell us about your mom and what she means to you.
My mother means I can do this.
Yeah.
To me, my mother means I can do this. Because, you know, I watched her raise 4 kids. All our fathers were alive, you know. My dad lived like 10 blocks from me.
Wow.
And, you know, I rarely saw him. And sometimes he would, you know, sometimes he would be like, yo, I'm coming to pick you up, coming to get you. And I'd be already on the couch, hyped and everything, you know. And then like I would hear my mom screaming on the phone, "You, get Justin ready," and you know, and it was hard, but I knew that mom always had us. You know, she worked nights, and I remember when I was older, my mother admitted that she felt like she wasn't there enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
You wasn't there enough. You was the only one that was there. What are you talking about?
That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah.
And she made a lot of sacrifices, and I knew she was always, you know, work oriented. She worked hard. I'd never seen a day when my mother didn't work hard.
Yeah.
And I remember when I quit my job, and I was afraid to tell my mom.
Yeah.
You know, because I was like, man, you know, if you've shown me to work my whole life, and I decide to go and do my own thing, like, what are you gonna think of that? What are you gonna think of me? And it was around the time I like really just started or decided that I wanted to be in entertainment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I took her out for lunch.
Yeah. With your last paycheck?
You with my last last little. I was a messenger, bro.
So you were a bike carrier.
They didn't even give us bikes. We didn't even have bike insurance. They was just like, nah, you're gonna take this Metro card, and you're gonna flex on the street like that. That's how you're gonna do it. I did this play, and she came to the play on Sunday, and I quit my job then, and then I took her out for lunch the next day. Nice little restaurant, you know, that the whole check was just gonna go to.
Yeah,
you know, gone.
The whole check is just gonna go to.
And I said, you know, Mom, I wanted to tell you, I bought you out because I wanted to tell you that I quit my job. And she rolled her eyes and she said, well, it's about time.
Yeah. Ooh.
Woo! It changed my life, bro.
Oh man.
It changed my life. That right there. And I knew
right there.
Yeah.
That stamp of approval.
Yeah. So mom means I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, everybody's mother situation is different,
yeah.
you know. But I know that relationship between me and her, that solidified number one. Yeah. That solidified day one.
Yeah.
Like I can say my mom is my day one.
Yeah. From
the rooter to the tutor.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a fact. I feel like is there any rekindling with your pops? Or no real relationship there still?
With my pops, we definitely rekindled our relationship, and it was like, it was some of the funniest moments I'd ever experienced in my life. Some of the most tears I've ever cried. You know, good and bad, and I got to connect with my brothers, Quincy and Ray Ray. And I actually, you know, I felt real positive. I was actually supposed to meet my brother Ray, my oldest brother Ray, for the first time. And we were going to go to Virginia. And, you know, we were talking about the trip and we were excited and everything. And then my dad did this, he did this men's conference at Abyssinian Baptist Church. That's where he went. And where actually nobody knew I was his son. Oof. And I was going there. You know what I'm saying?
It's like some Tyler Perry.
Oh, man. You know?
Some black movie on BT.
Where's my dad?
Where's my dad? Yeah.
Where's my dad? Starring Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Christian King. Yeah. So he did the men's conference, and I was supposed to go, but I had a show in Chicago the next day. So I was prepping and packing and stuff like that. And I missed the conference, and he died at the conference.
Damn.
Yeah. He was part of the Luther Rucker Male Ensemble. Yeah. And he was singing, I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done signed my name. And went back to his seat. And before he sat down, died of a heart attack.
Jeez.
Woo.
Praise God on his way out.
Oh man, I know he. You know, people say you die doing what you love.
Yeah.
But a song like that, the angels in heaven, done sign my name.
Wow.
And you go back to your seat, and it's Abyssinian. It's like, you know, real. Everybody in there got a couple dollars, so it was like 12 doctors in the house.
Yeah.
And nobody could. And dude had a smile on his face.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. That's crazy because this is perfect because this segues into my next question.
Okay.
What does God mean to you?
Oh, God is everything.
God is everything.
God is the lessons, the blessings. God is the reason I am where I am today. Because with my little faith, you know, he took me places that or gave me opportunities that I never thought I'd experience, that I never thought that I would see, and people I never thought I'd talk to, and getting words and encouragement that I never thought, you know, that I would experience. And it hasn't all been visually pleasing, but it's all been good.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
sir.
people be like, you know, you take the meat and you throw out the bones, but sometimes the bones, you build some foundation on the bones.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So what does your faith mean to you?
My faith, without my faith, I'm closed off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's stillness, and then there's listening to God, and then there's like, if you're listening to God, you gotta have faith because you know, but then there's also closed off to where, you know, I don't feel like I am anything.
We got to do this because in Cabos, a couple nights ago, God spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
Middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? I'm on vacation. I'm sleeping good every night.
Uh-huh.
And I get up, use the bathroom. Get up, use the bathroom again. So I'm sleepy. So I just sit there, and boom, I heard him.
Don't
So
you
then,
talk clear?
I get on my knees, start to pray. I'm crying. Then I was like, I gotta write down what he said. I gotta gather it. And when I gathered it and I put it together, I was like, no way he said this. This is crazy. So a couple of my peoples, I sent this to you already, but he said, this is what I said. God told me to tell you that he loves you regardless of how you think he sees you. Let him lead you to your purpose and serve him how you see fit. Do not worry how you serve, but serve often and remind yourself of his love for you. Remind others of his love for them. I'll send that to you. But that part that God told me to tell you that he loves you regardless of how you think he sees you, bro. Bro.
There's a lot of places that I can go. I remember I was doing I was hosting this concert, and my homeboy Andre Bird was there. And this dude is like phenomenal. This man is anointed, voice is powerful, all that stuff. Ministry is crazy. And I was confused that, like, okay, God, which direction do you want me to go in? Like, am I actually doing what you want me to do? Am I serving how you want me to serve?
Yeah.
And I saw Andre at the concert, you know, and I'm chilling, laughing, smiling, or whatever. And he comes up to me randomly. He said, "How you doing, bro?" I said, "I'm chilling." He says, "Come here." And he hugged me. And then he said, "Look, God is pleased with you. I know what you think, but God is pleased with you." And the tears, it was like an automatic faucet, bro. Oh man, because, you know, how? And only God can get a word to you like that.
Only
you know what I'm
him,
saying?
like
I'm getting chills right now, you know? But it was like I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But I got you. And he used my brother, but I felt it real fatherly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt that
I'm
thing.
here for that.
Yeah,
I'm here
bro.
for that. This is doing for something to somebody out
Oh man, look, I felt it really fatherly. It
Yeah.
was like, son, I know I'm in your heart.
Yeah.
And you know, hearts can be deceitful.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that in spite of what you think,
Yeah.
in spite of how you feel,
Yes.
this is what it is.
Yes.
There are facts
Mm-hmm.
and there are feelings.
Yes.
You feel like you're at a crossroads right now.
Yeah.
But the fact is that I love you.
Yes.
Period.
Period. And there's a confirmation of what he told me.
Bro.
You know? And
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
and
thank you, God.
I know that we know what this feeling is like.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was going to be on the other side of this journey.
Yeah.
When we started it.
Oh yeah.
So I've embedded in myself to not to let God's confirmation become my arrogance.
Oh yeah.
Because I know what's good. Like I'm not. I don't want to say I know what's good for you, but I'm like, damn, like you could be moving a little better, and I know he could help you.
Yeah.
But for me, like he told me the other day, you just got to point it out, and they got to do their part.
My late pastor Johnny McCann said, "You're not better than, you're better off."
Yes.
It's not even. I'm no better than you. I'm better off serving.
Yeah.
I'm better off serving than I am, of course, not serving.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type of person, I'm like, God, can you be a little more specific about where you want me to go?
Yeah.
You know? But then it's always like this year, I've seen God craft.
Yeah.
You know, he crafted things specifically and he tailored things specifically. And it's still, you know, I'm still like perplexed at his design.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you did this specifically for my eyes?
Yeah.
And sometimes it won't even, like, he won't bless you just for you.
Yeah.
It ain't never just for you.
No.
You know?
No.
It's like, but the fact that you allowed me to see this firsthand.
Yeah.
I could tell you a Bible story up and down and this, that, and the third. But the greatest story that I can tell you is my own.
Yes.
Because I've lived it, because I've experienced it.
Yeah.
I've written it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've tried to go astray and then have been like redirected and molded and all of this stuff. And it's like, whoa. God is whoa.
Yeah, God is whoa.
God is
I love that.
You know?
I love that. So we're gonna go back to Harlem.
Yeah.
Well, we never left Harlem.
Nah, man.
How was your time at FDA?
Oh man. Oh, like I told you before, I was not the best student.
Yeah.
And my first report card, first ever high school report card, bro.
Yeah.
Looked like the speed limit. It was 55 all the way down, bro.
Oh, man.
I didn't do any work because I was so, my thing was make friends, be popular.
Yeah.
I'm coming out of freaking middle school, and I'm like, nah, I need to find a way to get back on top because I'm starting at the bottom all over again. You know, I need to figure out how to get back on top, and I was clowning around.
Yeah.
Clowning and drowning.
Yeah.
Hashtag clowning and drowning.
This is for all the youth out there. Listen, you're going back to school this year. Act accordingly.
Look, let me tell
saying?
y'all, if y'all are going, if you start in high school, please, you'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there. The
Yeah.
popularity is gonna come.
Yeah.
You're gonna make friends. You're gonna do all of that stuff. Do the work.
Do the
bro.
work.
You are starting at another. I don't know, for lack of a better phrase, you're starting at the new chapter, at the same totem pole.
Yeah.
You know, like you literally have to make sure that you solidify your studies, man.
Yes.
And I was a teacher. I actually left.
Yes. We'll get
But
there.
we'll get there. But watching the 8th graders, I'm like, yo, y'all, do you understand that you are going to this top of the food chain thing that you have going on right now, this too cool for school thing that y'all got going on right now, it's going to slap you so hard.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be the same type of fly in high school. You're not gonna be the same type of dope in high school.
No.
They're gonna look at you like, yo, who is this?
Yeah. Small fish.
Small fish.
Yeah.
You're food.
Yeah.
And it's gonna bite you. And I pray that it doesn't bite you the way it bit me, man, because, you know, I just knew, like, bro, I was literally finishing work. I was finishing work like days before graduation.
Mm-hmm.
I finished my packets and everything, right? And it came down to 1 language credit. Like junior and senior year were the years that I got it together.
Yeah.
I was clowning and drowning all through, you know, freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah.
And junior and senior year was when I was like, you know, okay, the way they're sending people into the auditorium to sign up for their GEDs, when I know I can actually I still got time to do this.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were like, oh, yeah, you going to TC3. You going to get your GED, and then you going to TC3. And, like, Hodge, you know, rest his soul.
Yeah.
He was literally pulling seniors out of the senior gathering and, like, hey, with a list of names of people who wasn't graduating.
Oof.
Like, hey, go to the auditorium, sign up for your GED. That walk was terrifying.
Oof.
So I remember when I was at the senior gathering and I was like, yeah, he gonna come and get me, so I ain't even concerned, you know what I'm saying? And he looked through the list and he was looking and he looked at my face and he flipped it back down and he just walked away. That was, bro. So here's how it happened. So I talked to the sweetest counselor, Miss Francis, and she basically said, so Mr. King, in order to graduate, you need 1 credit. You need 1 language credit in order to graduate. And Miss Yates' class was the French class. You know, tu parles français?
No.
No. Me neither. Don't worry. So I had to go to her, and I was clowning the most in her class.
Yeah.
So I literally had to go to her and get her to give me a language credit.
Yeah.
You know, and I went up to her classroom. You know, and she's sitting there. She's like, Monsieur King. And I'm like, I'm trying to suck up now. I'm like, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Like, I'm trying to, you know. So she's like, so you need a language credit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, she's about to rub it in, dog. She's like, I'm going to give you a language credit, but you got to promise me that you're going to be something. It was on some Dangerous Minds type stuff. Some Michelle Pfeiffer type.
Yeah.
Been spending most of my life. So she gave me the language credit, and I was able to graduate. And I started doing plays you know, with this guy named Jermaine Smith. And I would come by the school and I would just drop off a flyer every chance I got. You know, she wasn't able to come to a lot of the shows. But then I did this comedy show in Jersey. And I was backstage in a little green room, AKA, like part of the kitchen.
Yeah. Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings.
You know what I'm saying? Now we on Wildin' Out.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Now we on Wildin' Out.
Right. So,
you know what I'm saying?
So they come back to the kitchen area, I'm bumping chefs and waiters and stuff like that. And they're like, Mr. King, there's a Miss Harris here to see you.
Wow.
I'm like, Miss Harris? Who's Miss Harris? I don't know Miss Harris.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Miss Harris is here to see you. She wants to talk to you before the show. And I go outside, and it's my French teacher.
Wow.
And she actually ended up marrying one of the teachers at the school. So her name was Yates Harris.
Wow.
And she was pregnant.
Wow.
And when I saw her, immediately, like when my tears come,
yeah,
they flow.
Yeah.
And we both just like broke down.
Yeah.
She was like, King, you doing it. You doing it, man. And I was like, I'm doing it. But yeah, that design, why is my life like a freaking Hallmark card or something, you know?
It's God's grace,
It's
man.
God's grace. Is his perfect design. And
yeah.
And there was no disputing that.
Yeah.
That was a moment for me.
Yeah. So I heard one of your best early impressions of your 10th grade math teacher, Mr. Barambe.
Oh man. And this is way like this was when I was starting to get into impressions.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was from Africa, and this guy was like clean cut, fade and everything. He was like, students, if you're not focused, you are not working. This guy here. And like he used to talk like that. It wasn't no break.
Yeah, it wasn't no break.
He used to teach, if you take the 4, carry it over to the 1. You are done. Like that was his teaching method.
Yeah.
And like he taught like that all the time. Yeah. And when I would do the impression and like people would react, it was like, oh shoot, I guess I'm kind of nice at this.
Yeah, kind of nice at it.
And then Chappelle Show came out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think Denzel's my first impression, like first celebrity impression. It's definitely Chappelle.
Definitely Chappelle.
Oh man, my friends, we would watch Chappelle. I think what was it, Thursday nights, if I'm not mistaken.
Thursday nights, yeah.
And we would come back and we would be like, yo, like literally tell each other the favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
And I was so focused on telling it exactly. You ever wanted to retell a joke?
Yeah.
And you wanted to tell it exactly
how you heard it.
How you heard it. And I literally started to, try to remake what he was saying.
Yeah.
And then my friends were like, yeah, you kind of do that kind of good.
Yeah.
That's cheating, bro.
So what would you say your favorite Dave Chappelle moment is?
Oh, man. Favorite Dave Chappelle moment definitely was, I think it was Killing Him Softly.
Yeah.
And he said, so I was driving, I was in the back of a limousine, and this guy's limousine driver, he said, hey dog, where you from? Oh, DC? Yeah, tough neighborhood. And he got a phone call, and picks up his phone. He's like, hello? What? Hey, slow down. What? I'm on my way. And we drive to, it felt like a project. I didn't know what a project was, but it had the symptoms of a project. Gun store, liquor store. Hey man, where you taking me? So, we get to this project, and he says, hey, dog, I'll be right back. And he takes the keys. Now, I'm in the middle of a project, every time you see a crackhead run up to the window, crackhead run across the street, and he said, I seen a baby outside. It was a baby. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, hey, baby. He said, but I wasn't going to get out of the car, though. So I rolled the window down. It was an old limousine.
Yeah.
I said, hey, baby, man, what you doing on the corner, man? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Baby was like, I'm selling weed. I was like, oh. That whole thing right there. That's one of my favorite moments. That, and when he's talking about a crackhead broke in my car. A crackhead broke in my car and stole candy bar. Stole candy bar. I drove around town looking for a crackhead with chocolate on his face. I did that. And, I came across this chocolate. I found him. I came across this crackhead and a chocolate. I said, hey, mother, what's all that chocolate on your face? And he was like, chocolate? This is doo-doo, baby.
This is doo-doo, baby.
This is doo-doo, baby. Yo, Chappelle, that was everything for me.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, doo-doo, son.
Yeah. This is crazy. That's wild.
Bro, I mean, like I've seen other comedians work and create, but to see Chappelle like over the years develop and grow, and oh my gosh, man, it was beautiful.
That's beautiful. We definitely got to talk about the singing though, a little bit.
Oh yeah.
When did you realize you could sing?
When I was 12.
When you were 12.
And I used to always do it in class.
Yeah.
I was always singing in class. And there was this dude, Damian Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually the one that gave me my name, CKing.
Okay.
Yeah. He gave me my name, CKing. He'd be like, yo, CKing, man. Go ahead, hit it, man. Go ahead, drop the beat. We'd be in class working on like a project. And he'd be like, yo, CKing, man. Go ahead, bro. And we would start singing, and he would do the rapping part. Oh man, and it was like everybody would get hyped, and the teacher, like, even after a while, the teacher was just like,
"Go ahead, boy."
Yeah,
So what were you singing?
Oh man, it was like them early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember me and the homies, cause the Mario Winans, I Don't Want to Know.
Yo, why is that in my mind?
I had a hard beat,
why?
Right? So somebody said they saw you.
Why is that's it.
That's
right
it. Cause you could knock that beat on the desk and that beat go hard.
Wait.
We used to know Hollows getting it.
Okay, I need you to know.
Boys, but don't worry about it, man.
I need you to know that is the exact song.
We didn't sing today.
It's almost like you. That's scary, bro.
That was the time, bro, because that beat go hard.
Somebody said they saw you.
Saw you.
The person you were kissing
wasn't me.
And I don't need to know the truth.
Not at all, not at all.
I just keep it to myself. I don't want to know. If you're playing me, keep it on the low.
On the low.
'Cause my heart can't take it anymore.
No mas.
So if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh, baby, I don't want to know. Yo!
Getting it, bro.
Yo, son.
Singing back up from CKing.
Oh, my, yeah, it's about to be a booth in here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, bro, that's crazy, because that's the exact
Listen, once you say 2000s, that beat knock, come on, man. That was the one right there.
Yeah, man. I ended up getting to be a part of a Mario Winans tribute concert.
Okay.
And, he was there. I didn't realize how many songs this guy wrote.
Yeah.
This guy's
There's a lot of guys that are in the industry more in the cut than you know.
Yeah.
And I think Versus taught me that.
Oh.
Like, I was like, wow, I didn't even know this guy. It's the guy that faced Neo, John Tay or something, whatever his name is, beast, bro. Like, I never heard of him. These producers, these writers, they getting it, bro.
They getting it, bro.
They getting it. You know what I'm saying? So, you used to sing for Curtis Blow's choir.
Yes.
Did a little homework, huh?
You did. You did your homework.
Right?
This guy Curtis Blow. So we used to have this thing called Hip Hop Church.
Mm-hmm.
And our intro was, we would, you know how people march in church, you know, do the processional. We would march into Jesus Walks.
Oh, okay.
And there would be this guy named Big John.
Mm-hmm.
And Big John, he couldn't really march with us.
Yeah.
You know? So he would just be in the front with the microphone talking about boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So we literally would sing songs. There was this group called 3 Shades of Faith.
3 Shades of Faith. Okay.
Oh my God.
3 Shades of Faith.
3 Shades of Faith. And it was my boy Noah, it was Donovan, and it was Ty Kim.
Yeah.
Or Malachi the Truth. He's actual, you know, they all rappers.
Yeah.
And they were literally 3 shades. One was my complexion.
Yeah, I was waiting.
One was my complexion. One was lighter than me.
You had a dark skin brother.
Nah.
No dark skin brother? Ooh.
Nah, he was albino.
He was albino. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. That's extra faith.
3
right
Shades
there.
of Faith. And they would do 3 Shades of Faith is in the building. 3 Shades of Faith is in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, my God. Then they changed their name to HM Dub.
HM Dub.
HMW. HM Dub.
HM Dub.
Hell's Most Wanted.
Hell's Most Wanted. Okay.
You know how hard it was trying to get booked at a church?
Yeah, right? That's different.
His name was Hell's Most Wanted, bro. So we would do this thing called Friday Night Flavor.
Yeah.
And it was started by Darren Ferguson. That's my pops. You know, and we would have it would be all types of young people. We had Bloods in there. We had people was backflipping and breakdancing and Harlem shaking and getting light, heel towing, all of that stuff, man. And it was such a fun time, but towards the end, young people was really giving their life to God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
Like, maybe not putting down their flags, but but at the same time, you know, trying to walk in a new direction. And Curtis Blow was like, yo, let's do Hip Hop Church. And Hip Hop Church, he would have all the pioneers come, all the you know, Grandmaster Flash and Chubb Rock. He would have those dudes come to Hip Hop Church.
Yeah.
And it became like a big thing, man. And you know, as we got older, people started to separate. Some of the people from the group got married. Some of the people had kids. And some people went on to start their own ministries and stuff like that. But it was such an impactful time, man. Hip Hop Church was crazy.
That's fire. Yeah. So who are some of your early musical inspirations?
Early musical inspiration. I would say Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Such an underrated guy.
Oh, so underrated.
When he did the Brady Bunch, like, I looked up all of that stuff. I was always like, his show was my favorite when he was doing the jingle. That's why I was trying to go the jingle route.
Bro,
man. Right? And bro, just a talent like no other.
Like I'd never seen anybody close out a set with music that you're playing. Because some people would just have a band. No, Jamie was like, I'm playing. And he was, you know, here's a story.
Ooh, thank you.
Of a lovely
lady. Get away.
Oh, who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold. Like their mother. The youngest one in curls. Yeah. That was my
what? Bro, you can just go back and listen to that little 8 minute.
Bruh.
Are you with me?
Oh, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You would have thought he was in church. Like,
Jamie has that thing that convinced me that I could do music and comedy.
Yeah.
That I could be funny and put out some music at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like his story when I think he was trying to give his tape to like Teddy Riley or something like that. Yeah. On the set of Living Single. And I think he was like dressed up as like Wanda or something like that. Yeah. And he was like, are you serious? Like, nah, you gotta be kidding me, man. Yeah. But then for him to get connected with like Kanye West. Yeah. And, and go and do, she said she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita. Would definitely set this part of your Friday. Gotta be. Oh, yeah. She said she wants some Ready for the World, some New Edition, some mini Repetin. Definitely set this party up right. Yes, you will. That right there. Woo! Because it was still partially comedic.
Yeah, it was.
Jamie never lost his essence. Never. He never lost the
I think what he did for me was just the swag and the confidence. Yeah. Like, I was a funny, smooth guy. Sidewalk guy. I was never in the street. So for me, like, I really like that guy. He's smooth, dark skin, charismatic. Yeah. Like, I like his flow. And I always loved R&B. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ever since my first R&B moment, I saw Usher on Sister Sister. And I was like, who is that guy? Right. That's crazy. Yeah. You made me want to lead and want to win. Yo, I was like, yo, that whatever that was crazy. Yeah. And that's what I gravitated to. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple cameos on Moesha and all of that. That's what they were doing their little, you know what I'm saying, around all of those shows. But I was like, nah, that's fly right there. And that's smooth. Like, and he with the girls. So I'm like, yeah, this R&B thing, that's more my style. But Jamie did wonders for me, man. I'm gonna definitely interview him someday. I'm put that out there. Okay. That's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna get there.
I'm here for that.
Cause bro, he's a legend in my eyes, bro. Yeah, from everything he's done from a comedic standpoint, acting, the music, vocally underrated, and just amazing, bro.
Just
love that
amazing
guy.
Dude all around. And like, I think, like he was the guy that showed me like you can do comedy, you can do music, and you can do film. Yeah. And you can body each lane.
You touch. Every lane. Every lane.
Thank you, Jamie Foxx.
Thank you, Jamie Foxx. I'm gonna see you on Conversation with Zoe someday. You're gonna see. We're going to Twitter.
Okay.
We're going to Twitter.
Okay.
So my taxes is coming.
Oh yeah.
Has to be the best cougar DM I've ever gotten. Ma'am, I just saw you in church. What happened there, CKing?
So, DMs can get a little crazy.
DMs can get a little crazy.
Twitter is a great place to sometimes release my frustrationalizations. Yeah. Because you got frustration.
Yes, you do.
And you got frustrationalization.
Yes.
This is true. This was a true story. Yeah. This lady literally hit me up and was like, my taxes is coming. Oof. And I got excited. Yeah. I did. Yeah. But then I had to draw it back. Yeah. Like, what you want me to do for your taxes? Mm-hmm. I know what you want me to do for your taxes, but what you want me to do for your taxes? Yeah. And then it was like, we was just, yeah. All praises be to the King. Just yesterday. Yeah. And you trying to slide? Yeah. And I was like, wow. She'll never know that I posted this on Twitter, but the Twitter people gotta know.
Yeah.
It's happening.
For sure.
Oh, it was hilarious. It's it's beautiful when stuff like that happens. Yeah. Like, some people don't know, and I won't like tell people's names, sometimes. Like sometimes I'll post like a DM that somebody put me, like, scratch their name out and stuff like that. Yeah. But for the most part, I do not have a problem, like, sometimes reposting or telling what happens in my DMs, because they are some of the most funniest things that I've ever seen in my life.
I'm sure they are.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there are.
I didn't take it down though. If that's what you really, I
It's
didn't.
there. I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. No. I mean, I didn't take it down.
Oh, you didn't take. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Take it down.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
It didn't go down.
Yeah.
It didn't go down. I know her son. We're the same age.
How beneficial is No Child Left Behind?
Yeah. When I was teaching, I would notice that there's that, I'm what I'm guessing is that's referring to just even if a kid fails the grade, you just advance them to the next grade. Mm-hmm. How beneficial is that?
Yeah.
Like what are we teaching our children?
Yes.
Because I failed freshman and sophomore year, and I was still advanced.
Yeah.
Did it really benefit me? Mm-hmm. I mean, did I really? What was it really like? Oh yeah. Well, we just want to. What was it for? Why are you advancing me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I need to learn. Yeah. I need to learn my lesson.
Yeah.
I need to learn not to goof off.
Yeah.
I need to learn not to, but I'm, and even they were talking about, pushing some of the students who it wasn't, for some kids, it wasn't like they had learning disabilities.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, we just push them forward, just advance them, just send them to the next grade. It's like, where's the care in that?
Yeah.
Where's the conversation where, look, you did not work this year, but we want to give you the tools to help you move forward. Mm-hmm. So while you may not be advancing to the next year, this year we're going to make sure you do it.
Yep.
If I had gotten that, I'd have probably been more scared of, I'd have probably been more encouraged to do the work after that. Yeah. After hearing something like that.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I feel you. I mean, and you're coming from a place of experience where that did happen to you. You're not just openly saying it, but you're seeing like how did that benefit me and how did that benefit others? You know what I'm saying? It's a disservice because you didn't learn your lesson. Like you didn't cover all that material. So
no. What you're gonna cover my freshman and sophomore year and my junior year? I got off easy.
Yeah.
I got off easy, bro. I got off gracefully.
Yeah. So this is definitely for somebody wasting their summer chasing somebody, this next one. Sometimes you got to say, look, ain't no bad blood between us. I don't hate you either. I just also don't want to build a relationship or friendship with you. Mm-hmm. Some things ain't worth your peace.
Yeah. Protect your peace.
Protect your peace at all costs.
At all costs. Protect your peace. And there are certain unpeaceful ways about protecting your peace.
Yeah.
That you could try. But if I say, look, I don't want to fight no more. Yeah. I just want us to be good. And you love that. But then you pick fights all the time. There's a decision that you have to make.
Yeah.
There's a decision that, like if that person picks fights all the time, there's a decision that you have to make. Am I going to stick it out?
Yeah.
Or am I going to protect my peace and just move along from this situation? And you deciding not to move along from the situation could be a sign of love towards that person.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
Mm-hmm.
At the cost of your peace.
Yeah.
Because I have not met anybody. I mean, I love all my people, but I have not met anybody that I would sacrifice my peace for.
Yeah.
And maybe that comes off as selfish. Maybe that comes off as, but there's a certain like even if I'm, doing a strenuous activity for somebody, knowing that person is going to benefit from it.
Yeah.
That can give me peace.
Yes.
But if we're constantly going at each other and tearing each other down, that's not peace for both of us. Neither one of us are at peace.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be at peace now, and hopefully you'll forget about our situation and you'll be at peace eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of sacrificing my peace for situations that probably would never bring me peace.
I hear that. Beloved, me being concerned about my stomach ain't gonna stop me from loving your fupa.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your tweets.
That's one of my tweets.
Yeah.
And I'll break that down right now.
Break that down, brother.
I tell you what, people, just recently, I have a partnership with Fashion Nova.
Mm-hmm.
And
shout out to Fashion Nova, man.
Yeah.
Conversation was so, we popped.
Yeah. I'm not wearing any Fashion Nova right now.
Yeah.
I gotta do better. I'm sorry, y'all. But I will be wearing Fashion Nova in Mexico.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. Y'all gonna get all this content. But I posted a video, and in the video I'm pulling on my shirt, because I'm pulling on my shirt. I got a little gut. I want to straighten my shirt out.
Yeah.
And they were like, people in the comments were like, stop pulling on your shirt, King. We love a little stomach. We love a little gut.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And then I deleted the comments.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Don't be bringing light into my insecurities.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
You have some women who are insecure about their fupa.
Yeah.
And then, but love a man's stomach.
Yeah.
Then you got men who are insecure about their stomach, but love some fupa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I sometimes am insecure about my stomach. So you'll see me pulling on my shirt.
Yeah.
I love being a big guy.
Yeah.
I love being a big guy. But sometimes, you don't got to see the smiley face under my shirt. You don't got to see that all the time.
Yeah.
Ladies, So I tug on my shirt sometimes.
Yeah.
Ladies, can I just be honest with you for a second? I have no issues, no concerns about your fluffiness, your amazing shape. It was given to you. I enjoy it. And I want you to enjoy my enjoyment of enjoying it. Thank you. Yeah, so I really just feel like that, was a thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to skip one and go back. But so when did you embrace your sexy?
Oh, man. That's funny because embracing my sexy also made people think that I was gay.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's new to me.
Yeah, great. So I did I did a photo shoot with these guys, right?
Yeah.
And it was it was such a great photo shoot. I traveled with my girlfriend at the time, and she hired a photographer, and she wanted to go to Paris and London and stuff like that and do photo shoots and all these places. But I did this photo shoot with these group of guys. One is the big fashion guy, two King Poopa, Ali, and my guy Swizz, man. Those are my guys. And we did the photo shoot, and everybody's like 6'2" and up.
Yeah.
And I'm not 6 anything.
Yeah.
We did the photo shoot, and we were just guys. We just wanted to just come and just show some style and some fashion and things like that. And, everybody was like, yo, you showing us that big dudes can do it. Everybody's big.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, you showing us that big guys can do it. But at the time that we did it, a lot of the, misconception of men wanting to be in fashion was that it was flamboyant.
Yeah.
And that it was, you know, that we had to be flashing and, you know, and gay even to do a photo shoot. And the dudes that were doing photo shoots like that were killing it.
Yeah.
But we wanted to also be represented, you know, in a way that wasn't tearing anybody down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was like, okay, we see y'all doing that and y'all are dope.
Yeah.
Let's do something too.
Yeah.
And, you know, once we did it, people like the girl that I went to London and Paris with, like she didn't talk to me initially because she thought I was gay.
Wow.
She was like, "Oh, I thought that you would."
Nah, sis.
Nah, sis.
Just
I
a
like
photo
you.
shoot. Yeah, I like you.
Nah, sis, you look good.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
So you and your friends can get with my friends,
Oh yeah.
and we can be friends. You understand? We can do this every weekend. You understand? Is that all right? Huh? But yeah, but yeah, bro. And just recently, I was leaving Uptown Night Market, and I was walking with two of my female friends, and you know they started talking about which school they went to, and then the girls in front of them heard them and were like, "Yeah, oh, we went to that school too." So they start politicking and stuff, and we're walking up the hill, and then one of the girls started screaming. She said, "Oh my God, I didn't know that was you the whole time. I was walking next to you and I didn't know that was you. Oh my God, I love you. I love your videos. I watch your videos all the time." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. I'm flattered, you know." And then she says, "I do have a personal question to ask you."
Ooh.
So I'm like, what you want to know, shawty?
Yeah, what we on?
You know, what type of time you on? What you talking about? And she gets real close and she's like, "Are you gay? Are my sneakers too colorful? What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? You know?" But what I've learned is that gay don't gotta look.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Gay don't gotta look.
No.
I mean, there's a you know, I guess people who I've come across, you know, or you'll say, "Oh yeah, that dude's gay," you know. But
Yeah.
gay don't have a look, bro. Because I know some of the homies growing up
Yeah.
turned out, you know, to be gay. And I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Like you see Boondocks, Gangstalicious.
Bro.
Yeah. You never know.
All right, sweetheart.
Yeah.
All right, boo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, and I think now especially because of where I've been and where I've worked, like, I can't be on the type of time where it's just like, I refuse to be on the type of time where it's just like, yeah, nah, I don't want to be there because that's, it's mad. I can't do that. And I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
And I've seen people miss out on opportunities
Yep.
because of it. And it's not just the opportunities. This is like, these are people.
Yeah, these are people.
We are
These are human
people.
beings.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But no, ladies and gentlemen, for the record, I am not gay.
Okay.
My shorts are short. Because I bought them like that. I'm not gay.
So, what was your first viral moment?
Oh, first viral moment was my New York prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I don't even know how I came up with the concept. But I think I was in the house and I was like, yo, I want to put out a video. I think it'll be funny, yo, if New York dudes pray.
Yeah.
And I got up there, you know, you're Lord God, thank you, Lord God. I OD need you, my G. I OD need my G, OD, OD. You feel me, my G? That's a fact, yo. Bless me from the crown of my head to my double soul Timbs, Lord God. I'm not going to hold you, but I need you to hold me down, you feel me, on everything I love, which is you. You feel me? Like that. And that right there, when I put that out, I guess people always got something to say. Oh, that's not how New Yorkers talk. If you was from New York, you would know. And I'm like,
Here we go.
Born and raised.
Born and raised, yeah.
Harlem, New York. What's up?
Yeah.
What's popping? Are you dumb? Is you stupid?
Hello.
Hello, silly. And couldn't nobody tell. Once, I think this, I didn't have to answer any more questions after this. Cameron reposted it. Joel Santana reposted it. I didn't have to answer any more questions after that.
And that's Harlem, too.
And that's Harlem.
And that's Harlem, too.
Freak is you talking about?
What you talking about, B?
Is you crazy, B? Watch your mouth, B. Silly.
As the kids be today. Word to my dad.
Word to my dad. You know everything. You dumb?
Everything.
Yo, you know what? I think the funny thing is meeting people and I'm talking regular, you know, and then I get uptown and it's like, oh my God, is this how you talk? And
Yeah.
it's like, it just come out, man.
Yeah, it's New York. From
It's
New
New
York.
York,
From the
man.
Bronx.
From the Bronx, Harlem.
So, yo,
me?
quick caveat. How were those barbecues back in the day? On the block, in the yard.
Ooh, boy.
We had vibes going out
Let me tell you, man. Yo, it was at one point where my building was like one of the only buildings on the block. And there was an empty lot across the street from me. And, you know, we used to have cookouts, bro. Cookouts was lit. I think that was some of the best food I ever tasted in my life, bro.
Yeah.
I discovered the impact of potato salad at a cookout, bro.
Yeah.
Like you know,
The impact.
The impact, like
Yeah.
life changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't like if your fried chicken get a little cold, it's not a bad thing, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last cookout we had, bro. Oh my God, the last cookout we used to have like, there would be like 50 people on a block, dog. Just eating, sitting in their little chairs that they, you know, probably bought, whatever. It was, you could park.
Yeah.
You could park on the block.
Yeah.
So you wasn't worried about trying to find a parking spot. You could park right in front of the building.
Yeah.
And be good. Last cookout we had on the block, bro, I got hit by a bike.
Oh.
A bike was coming through the block. I was probably like 10 years old.
Oh, man.
I was like 10 years old, bro. Bike was coming through the block. And I got hit by the bike, bro.
Damn.
Then not only did I get hit by the bike, while they were patching me up, there was a car accident across the street. I remember this now. It's all coming. There was a car accident across the street. There was an empty lot. The lot, they began doing construction on the lot, and it turned into a precinct. And once the precinct went up, everything changed. Precinct goes up, Pathmark goes up, Starbucks goes up, New York Sports Club goes up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll give you a $family just to help you out.
Popeyes on the corner.
Popeyes on the corner.
Yeah.
My favorite ice cream shop, car runs right through it. It's gone.
Yeah.
Harlem is now changed.
Yeah.
Rent is going up. Harlem is now gentrified.
Yeah.
Luxury condos by Dunbar.
Yeah.
What? Luxury condos by Dunbar? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Miss White Lady, you know where you at? Walking the dog. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
You in a 104th.
You feel me? You on 4/5.
4/5.
You on 4/5. Do you know where you at, man? And it changed. It changed. It was like, I remember I used to be able to watch concerts from my fire escape, and like there was like a dome area, Jackie Robinson. I used to watch concerts. It was beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
And there was like this one building in the back, and I remember there was a police raid. I'm sitting on a fire escape watching a concert, and there's a big police raid. Man, they were pulling out drug dealers. They were pulling out crackheads. They were pulling out bags of drugs. They were pulling out bags of money. They were pulling out bags of bodies. That probably was I guess they would say the end of the crack era.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's over, but
Yeah.
But that was like crazy for me.
Yeah.
You know, to a Starbucks on the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, is it for us?
Yeah. Nah. No, sir.
Nah, man, you could have gave us a Dunkin' Donuts. Would have been
It
fine.
would have been great with the Carvel split.
Yeah, Carvel.
Best collab.
You know what I'm saying? Baskin Robbins.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Baskin Robbins, there's a 31 in it? Like, if you look at Baskin Robbins, like the BR, there's a 31 in it for 31 flavors.
I didn't know that.
It's marketing, bro.
Marketing. They smart. They know what they doing.
They know what they doing. I knew that because I'm fat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to this tweet then. I want to send pictures of food to my homie, but they on a diet. I'm alone.
Yeah, bro. Yo, me and my bro Warren, right? This man could cook, one, right? I think his wife could cook. But like Warren, she makes the stuff that, you know, is very beautifully put together. And I love you, Adrian. And she'll make the healthy stuff. It'll be good.
Yeah.
She'll make the healthy stuff. Warren makes the steak with the lobster shreds on it. This man made me, because we would Super Bowl Sunday, this man made me a lettuce taco. What you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? And the joint was fire.
Yeah.
This man, okay, so we would literally send each other videos and pictures on Instagram of food, bro.
Yeah.
And that's our thing. Like, between me and my bro, it's like steak, it's like cheese, it's like burgers, it's like shrimp, all of that. And then he was trying to get his health, you know, together, and I couldn't tempt him no more.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm trying to be a good little bro.
Yeah.
I can't send him food no more. And then I would send like food to like my female friends, and they'd be like, "Oh, you buying?"
Oh man, you buying?
Yeah, I just wanted you to enjoy this savory looking meal with your eyes.
So what about the dude that took his girl out to dinner, or he had to pay for all her? Well, they wanted him to pay for all her 18 friends.
Yeah, I don't know your 18 friends.
Yeah.
You could kick a rock. You could kick a boulder. That's ridiculous. Here's the thing. I don't got it. If I got it, maybe. I thought about this to myself. I said, I would love to be able to take care of all my wife's bills. I currently have a split the bill mentality.
Yeah.
Because I don't got it.
Yeah.
Like, I will pay. If I can afford it, I will pay. But I do not have the pay for your 18 friends mentality.
Yeah.
One thing I've always said is that if I were to plan a birthday trip, right? And I said, yo, like people book trips and then they're disappointed because half of the people can't go.
Yeah.
I want to be able to plan a birthday trip and say, hey, guys, look, my birthday trip is this week. I have 20 tickets. They're running out fast. You're not paying for anything.
Yeah.
Just get on a plane. I got everything else. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't got it right now.
Yeah.
Like, if I say, look, it's your birthday. I'll pay for you and, like, your kid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But your friends, they got jobs.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me.
I just think it looked crazy, man. 18 grown women.
18 and like she was arguing dude up and down and you know, but I mean, I can't believe half of the stuff that's on Instagram anyway or on social media, because a lot of the stuff be staged, a lot of the stuff, like the girl bringing McDonald's, like the dude bringing McDonald's for only his son.
Yeah.
And come to find out, they're a whole couple.
Yeah.
That whole thing was staged.
Staged.
Like, people don't realize that when they create scenarios like that, they are drawing up a conversation about something that's probably not real.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's not real.
Yeah.
You have created this scenario, and now everybody is up in arms, and now everybody is so, like, gung ho. Oh, he should pay. He shouldn't have to pay. And now it's another thing that divides us.
Yeah, it's always, they're always gonna divide us in some way, shape, or form.
In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So people, my advice is to you to be careful of the things that you put out there.
Yeah.
Be careful of because those conversations that divide us, you could be using that same time to find ways to unite and find ways to spread love. And it's funny. It's funny, especially once we find out that it's not real.
Yeah.
But people will come up and ask you like, so if I took 18 of my girlfriends out, would you pay for us? And then the dude would be like, hell no. She'd be like, wow, you two that. You know what I'm saying? And it creates a tension. And it's like,
tension, yeah.
I'd be,
so what made you become a music teacher?
You ready?
I'm ready.
A friend of mine from church, Aries Bedford. We was singing together in church during the pandemic. We was singing together. We was on live stream and all of that stuff. Aries became like big sister Aries. She was doing this show called, I think it was Harlem 124. Instagram was Keisha124. And she said, Christian, you wanna teach music at my school? I was like, what? I was like, yeah, you want to teach music? I laughed at it because it was like, the idea was far-fetched. Me being a teacher, I probably taught a choir once or twice, but that was only as a stand-in.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school for music. I didn't do any of that stuff. She was like, yeah, I got you. So I applied. I had an interview like a week later, and I did my interview. It was like 5 women interviewing me.
Yeah.
I guess they had like heard of my social media, arising.
Yeah.
And I sang for them. I did impressions for them.
Yeah.
And 20 minutes later, I had a job.
Wow. Is Sharice a principal?
Huh?
Is she a principal?
No.
Mm.
No, she's not.
She's plugged in though.
She plugged in. She would get me set up with my meetings. She got me acquainted with a lot of the teachers. She gave me a key to her office, everything. And a month and a half into me getting a job, Sharice out of nowhere passes away.
Oh man.
Bro, what? Like, she had a cast on her foot and planned a birthday party for one of the ladies at the church. So she's walking up and down steps and getting balloons and cakes and stuff like that because that was in her. She was just so loving. She didn't play no games.
Yeah.
But she was so loving. And I think she was at her mom's house and she died of an aneurysm.
Wow.
My friend called me and was like, hey, are you sitting down? I was like, what? Yeah. We lost Sharice today.
Damn.
Like, what? She's not sick. She's not sick. I just saw her. She prayed. She did the church was doing like an online prayer, on Mondays, and she prayed.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that a couple hours later she's gone? What are you talking about?
That's wild.
Wow, bro. And I literally dedicated my time to the school, my time at the school to Aries Bedford.
Yeah.
Love you, Reese.
Word. May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
If you could give a shout out to your students, what would you say?
If I could give a shout out to my students, I would say, if you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. I love you guys. You have taught me so much in the 2 years that I was teaching y'all, and I'm gonna miss y'all. No, I'm gonna miss y'all. He was ready for the test. He was ready. He was like, wait, is this happening? Oh, shoot. No, I'm really gonna miss y'all, and I'm coming to your graduation. I'm coming to your graduation. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you do great. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Facts. I got to send you guys some pizza, too.
Yes. Oh, yes, because we have our jingle.
Got a jingle for Slice of Excellence.
Yes. Can I sing it, right?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Come on, that's what we doing.
Got my report card and it's looking nice. Think it's about time that I grab me a slice. Got my report card and it's looking nice. Think it's about time that I grab me a slice. Grab me a slice. Grab me a slice. I think it's about time that I grab me a slice. Got my report card and it's looking nice. Think it's about time that I grab me a slice.
Thank you for that, bro. I can't wait till that to come out.
Oh,
bro.
gosh, bro. The beat is done and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to go crazy. I'm excited for that. Super excited for that. So, how does Denzel feel about Slice of Excellence?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna pose the question about how do I feel about Slice of Excellence, I more so think you're gonna have to ask, how do I feel about pizza? And how do I feel about success? Because when you break it down, that's what you have.
Yes.
You have the academic, and then you have the hunger. You understand?
Yeah.
And when you can take, a concept such as Slice of Excellence and encourage kids or to, because you look at it this way, you can either encourage them or you can wait until the achievement is done and you can gift them or show your appreciation. And that's what Slice of Excellence is. Now, for everybody who's looking at a kid, oh, he got a good report card, he's going to get a slice of pizza or pizza delivered to his door, I want some of that. Let me in on the pie. You understand? So I think it's great what you're doing.
Thank you.
And I mean, no, you got it. You got it. I mean, kids need it.
Yeah.
Kids need it. I guarantee you that. I stand by it. They need it more than ever. So whatever you're bringing to the table, whether it's encouragement, love, or pepperoni, extra cheese, continue to do that. And because you have been called, whether you are, yesterday or today, you will be equipped.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
You understand?
All right.
All right.
That's that on that.
That's that on that. Let's go. So, what impact did Obama have on you?
Obama had. I'm not a heavy politics guy.
Yeah.
Obama said, I can get into the thick of it and be as cool, calm, and collected as I need to be. I'm not gonna show you the only thing that I saw that was a sign of Obama's stress and frustration was the change of his hair color.
Yeah.
The world could be on fire. Now, I do believe that it's important that we stay calm, and that we look at our resources to determine what it takes to be better. Because right now the world is on fire, but that does not mean that we do not have the water. We've got fire extinguishers. We've got firemen. We've got water hoses. But we need to know that we are our own resources. And if we pull our resources together, we can make change. Ooh!
That's genius.
Ooh, that was off the top. I didn't.
Yeah. That's genius.
I was trying to figure out where I was going with that.
Yeah, that's genius. So last time going to Twitter, doing live impressions on IG with Aries Spears at 5:30 p.m. How was that?
Let's get into how that started. Okay. So I was doing my pastor passed away on a church cruise ship.
Well,
Yeah. He was doing the Wednesday service. After the Wednesday service, he went to the gym. He got on the treadmill, died of a heart attack.
wow.
I did Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares on Instagram. And then I left Instagram alone. I said, I don't want to do it anymore. That's it. That's going to be the last thing I leave. And I'm at my pastor's funeral, and people are like, yo, congratulations, bro. Congratulations, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? My pastor laying right there in the casket, dog.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
The video blew up.
Yeah.
Video went crazy. People said, yo, his Denzel, he gets Aries Spears up out of here, bro. And I was like, no, that's not, no,
Yeah.
dog. Why you, bruh, come on now.
Yeah.
And Aries Spears would not be who he was if he did not address it.
Yeah.
And he addressed it ever so viciously. And he said, yo, when that dude has 30 years in the game, you let me know. But it wasn't really a shot at me.
Yeah.
It was, hey, don't discredit my work.
Yeah.
I've been doing this. Don't discredit me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I agree with him.
Yeah.
Don't put me with him, because he's the one I got it from.
Yeah.
He's the one, Aries Spears is the dude that showed me that was possible.
Yeah.
I saw Aries Spears do Michael Jackson. He was young on Def Comedy Jam when I wasn't even supposed to be watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing him do all these characters, seeing him do DMX and Jay-Z and all of that stuff, I knew it was possible because I saw Aries Spears.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Before this situation gets any more out of hand, I got to hit him up. But before I hit him up, he hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yo, no disrespect to you, dog. I just got to, I'm putting it out there like, I just like giving credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
He said, yo, this man went on Vlad TV and said, CKing, his Denzel, makes me tuck my chain in. Remember when Friday,
Yeah.
people was coming around,
Yeah.
everybody put their jewelry away?
Yeah.
He said, CKing Denzel make me tuck my chain in.
Mm-hmm.
Your career makes me tuck my chain in, Aries Spears.
Yeah. What?
Like,
Yeah.
And that kind of love right there, I had never really experienced. I mean, Kel Mitchell showed me love, Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
He showed me love like that. But Aries Spears, bro, when he did that, we watched. I remember Affion Crockett and Godfrey went live, and me, Aries, Russell Simmons, everybody was in the room. And he said they did Maya Angelou and Whoopi Goldberg. What?
Yeah.
Affion Crockett and Godfrey doing Maya Angelou and Whoopi Goldberg and killing it.
Yeah.
Aries hit me up and was like, yo, let's go live and do some voice impressions like that. He's like, did you see that? I was like, yeah, I was in there, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
He said, yo, let's go live. Let's do something like that. We did it. We did Denzel and Shaq. I think we did Kevin Hart and DMX. We did Dave Chappelle and Paul Mooney. And we posted it. And within the hour, we had made it to World Star and the Shade Room.
Wow.
And World Star, we had over like 2 million views, and I think World Star, one of them, between them, we had like 2.5 million views.
Yeah.
And I hit up Aries and I was like, yo, bro, we just hit over 1 million views on World Star and Shade Room. He said, word? What's Shade Room?
That's crazy.
I was like, wait, oh man. Because he wasn't at the time, I don't think he was like, heavy on social media like that.
Yeah.
But when he got into it, he got his podcast and everything together. He was on the ball.
Yeah.
And then he invited me to do my first ever, mind you, I'd seen this man on Def Comedy Jam. He invited me to do my first Def Comedy Jam show.
Wow.
It was live. It was virtual, but it was on Facebook Live. It was the Healing Through Laughter essential worker benefit, special.
Yeah.
And you got all these people. You got Usher. You got Mike Epps, Cedric the Entertainer, all of these guys.
Yeah.
And then we had an impression session with Aries Spears, Jay Farrow, Affion Crockett, and myself. I wish Godfrey had did it.
Yeah.
Wish he did it. But yeah. Biggest thing, and this was in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
How am I flourishing in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah. What does the shack sound like?
His shack is impeccable. His shack is I remember watching him do it on Mad TV. His shack is impeccable. Like you could watch Shaq now and watch a early 90s Aries Spears Shaq video and be like, yo,
Yeah.
nah, bro, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he kills.
Yeah.
He just kills. He just knows what he's doing, and he kills.
What made you start with the Denzel? Like, were you fond of him? Did you like his movies or like?
Well, actually, I started off with Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
I started off in high school with Dave Chappelle, but I saw Aries doing it, and I used to play around and do it, and Training Day was such a crazy movie for a lot of people that I started to see more, and then I saw Reggie Reg do it, and I started to mimic Reggie Reg, and some people do impressions, and then some people do impressions of other people doing impressions.
Yeah.
And I was doing an impression of Reggie Reg doing Denzel. And I was like, man, this is good. This is great.
Yeah.
Let me watch Denzel a little more closely to see how I can like perfect it.
Yeah.
And I started watching movies and, Man on Fire and Ricochet and, of course, Mo Better Blues and Malcolm X and all of these movies, which were great. I said, let me take it a step further, though. Let me watch Denzel's interviews.
Yeah.
And that's where it was just like, that's where the real magic was.
Yeah.
And because you can do King Kong, you can do that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Everybody's going to know that one.
Yeah.
But can you get like the essence of Denzel?
Yeah.
And can you? Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times, what people will tell you is that the most impact that you can make is being a part of something that everybody knows, but who knows the real? Who can get to the essence? And that was where I decided to change the game. And then people were like, yo, nah, Denzel's in the room with you. Gotta be. Nah, no way. Denzel, this is a voiceover. What movie is this from?
Yeah.
When did Denzel say this? What character was he? And I was like, nah, it's me, dog.
It's you, dog. So, how was your recent experience on Wildin' Out?
Wildin' Out was way different than I first experienced it in like 2018, 2019. I went there. I was already doing a show in Atlanta, and I met these two writers. There was this comedian who was in a play with us. Her name was Pretty Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
She was gorgeous, bro. But she's an amazing comedian.
Yeah.
You know, like she wouldn't even. You wouldn't even think like, man, I got a holiday because she was so freaking cool. It was like, yo, Ricky, you crazy, man.
Yeah.
And she introduced me to Ryan Loomis, who was one of the writers on Wildin' Out at the time. And we were on our way home. They was like, yeah, we'll get up with you in like a month or two. And, we drove to Georgia. We drove to Atlanta. So we were driving back, and I'm sleeping in the van, and someone was like, wake up.
Yeah.
And the driver, Dre, who was the writer of the play that I was in, Man of the House, he says, yo, Chris, they want to see you right now. We were already an hour into our trip.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, Chris, you got to go back. They want you at the studio right now. I went to the studio. Now it was like, yo, so what's up? It was almost like, what's up? Trying to see what's up with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the opportunity.
Yeah.
But years later, when I went, the family, that family attribute that they have now is unshakable. It was literally like going backstage and watching a bunch of brothers and sisters get ready to put on a show.
Yeah.
Like, it was, and for them to be like, yo, we was waiting for you. That meant everything to me.
Yeah.
Yo, it's about time, bro. Yeah, man, we been seeing you, bro. So now that you're here, show and prove.
Yeah.
If you kill your first 2 episodes, we'll have you back. And that's what happened.
That's what
They
happened.
was like, Godfrey, I don't think I've ever, I sat with him, and, it's not just jokes. It's not just jokes with this cast.
Mm-hmm.
It's uplifting. It's encouragement. There's a sense of, man, look, this thing could be taken away from us at any moment.
Yeah.
So while we're here, we're going to shut it down. And we are grateful for being here.
Yeah.
DC Young Fly is one of the most grateful people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he know what it's like to have started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Santuan, to have we had a brief conversation, but he basically told me, like, yo, when he got here, he put in work immediately.
Yeah.
Let's see. Justina. I mean, I could go on about people, but Justina on stage was one of the most helpful people in the world.
Yeah.
She said, yo, stand over here, get in this camera, get in that camera. Come on, this is your show. Come on, this is yours. Don't be in the background. This is yours. You're here for a reason.
Yeah.
Nick is a man of his word. Nick is a man of his word. Integral.
Yeah.
He about his people and he about his business.
Yeah.
And people told me, like, yeah, man, well, you got to watch out. Until it's in paper, it don't mean nothing. Until it's in writing, it don't mean nothing. No, when he said it, he meant it.
Yeah.
He was solidifying it. Him and Hassan. Hassan, my boy, Hassan was on it from the moment I met them at the Apollo up until the moment I saw him at MJ, the play on Broadway, up until the moment I got my email. I was backstage with him, and Nick and Hassan was like, we told you. We got you. And that's exactly what happened.
Word. Congratulations, bro.
Thank
Super
you,
proud
man.
of you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Excited to see you on Wildin' Out.
Yes,
See
sir,
my guy.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Season 19 and 20. Season 19 and 20, beloved. Y'all can catch me on Wildin' Out. I'm going to be in Atlanta for a whole month, you know. This is the longest time I've been away from my family. But, you know, I'm going to try to fly my mom out there so she can come to a show.
She come check it out.
Yeah.
Gotta be fly.
Yeah, man.
Gotta be fly, definitely. Yeah, no, literally, yeah.
But yeah, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man. So, in closing out, you know, I got to ask you one more question.
Okay.
How do you keep the comedy clean?
I keep the comedy clean by knowing that it doesn't have to be dirty to work.
Yeah.
It don't. I mean, it don't got to be dirty to work.
Yeah.
Like, I keep my comedy clean. That's how I stay a household name.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Like, you could send my videos to anybody.
Yeah.
You can send my videos to kids. You can send my videos to grandma.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm in the family group chat.
Yeah. I feel that.
You know, and I could easily say, oh, if this will entice you, staying in the family group chat means more money.
Yeah.
If that's enticing, if that's the way that you'll understand it, then so be it.
Yeah.
I do 60th birthday parties to Sweet 16s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping the comedy clean has allowed me to not feel like I'm compromising.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm compromising for anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like with what I've done and where I am and where I'm going, I can do Wildin' Out and then go and do Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah.
You know, I wore orange and green just because I'm speaking that into existence.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, like the range and the things that I don't want to, because I never really been like that.
Yeah, yeah,
I never
yeah.
really been like, you know, talking about sex and talking about like violence. I never really been that dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me to feel like I have to talk about those things in order to succeed, I wouldn't really be true to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you know, I'm not excluding sex from my life.
Yeah.
But do I have to talk about it in my comedy?
No.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be some moments in my life where things may get violent.
Yeah.
Does that mean I have to talk about it all the time?
Mm.
It's not who I am on a daily.
Yeah.
I'd like to deal with things that I deal with on a daily, and brunch is something that I deal with on a daily.
Yeah.
You know, talk about the things that I know.
Yeah.
You know, or the things that I'm finding out, the things that I'm interested in.
Yeah, I feel that.
And no shot to anybody who does. If that's your life, that's your life.
Yeah, but if it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. Run your own race.
As referee man, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Which people have. Oh my gosh! When I tell you, people tell me I look like that dude all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this Emmanuel Hudson. I am sorry for all the times that people have come up to me and said, "Yo, are you that dude from Wildin' Out?" And I had to be like, "No." But the great thing is now when people ask me, "Am I that dude from Wildin' Out?" I can say, "Yeah."
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
And that includes message to your younger self.
Message to my younger self. If I had to give my younger self a message, I don't think I would. If continuing to be my younger self without hearing from my future self interrupted and it led me here, I wouldn't tell myself anything.
I feel that.
You needed each and every butt whipping that got to you.
Yeah.
You needed each and every failure that got to you. You needed each and every no that you came across.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it got you here.
Yeah. And I think it's a beautiful thing that you were vulnerable enough to say that you weren't ready at the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And most people won't admit stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a part of growth. That's a part of transitions.
Yeah. When I think when you can, I'll never say I'm perfect.
Yeah.
To say that I'm perfect means I don't need God.
Yeah.
And a lot of what I do is based on my dependency in God.
Amen.
And I'm a firm believer in self-edification for God's glorification.
Yes.
You got to be able to look at yourself and say, oh, man, you know what? I do need to change that.
Mm-hmm.
I could have did this different.
Yeah.
I could have did that better. I don't want to be stuck in my ways.
Yeah.
I know there's stuff about me I need to change, and I don't want to be stuck in my ways. So God's grace is newly, daily, fresh mercy every day.
On the daily.
On a daily. New, fresh daily bread every day. I live by those things.
Message to the youth.
Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Because I don't know how much I love you means right now. Coming from me, I don't know how much it means, but love yourself. Find what love is. Find who you are. Because trendy is only going to last but for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Trends die, and our youth are dying with the trends.
Yes, that's powerful. Our youth are dying with the trends.
Our youth are dying with the trends, bro. Some of these trends are deadly. Some of these things that our young people, like I remember I was telling somebody the other day that we used to talk about doing certain things.
Yeah.
Our young people are doing what we used to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself, man. And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about protecting your spirit, protecting your peace.
Yeah.
There's so much more to outside of what you live in.
Yeah.
Go explore.
Yeah.
And seek joy, seek peace, man. Seek God.
Love it. So let the people know where they can find you. Shout out all your handles.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Instagram at IAM_CKING. I am CKing. On Instagram, same thing on TikTok, IAM_CKING. No, no CKing 1, no CKing 2, no CKing 7. Bro, there have been so many
pages,
fake
right?
pages.
Yeah,
Are
crazy.
Twitter, IAM_CKing. You can check out my website, IamCKing.com. Look out for me on this next season of Wildin' Out, season 19 and season 20. Also look for a play that I'm doing, which actually was one of the reasons why I was in Atlanta to meet the Wildin' Out cast in the first place. I'll be doing Man of the House in October. It's a great stage play by a dude named Andre Davis, and he dude is phenomenal. Dude is phenomenal, man. And hey, you can catch me in Harlem. I'll probably be hosting like an open mic. I love hosting open mics.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Catch me in your city, beloved.
Appreciate y'all, man. So this will be out soon. We'll definitely be promoting this, and you can catch us on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Check out my brother here. The beloved's on his way. and enjoy his story. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for your time once again.
Appreciate you, man.
Always grateful.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for pulling up to the cookouts back in the day on the block.
Yo, the
You know what I'm
cookout.
saying?
Yo, bro, I remember, bro.
Those is vibe. Shout out to my.
I still got a picture.
Oh yeah, you gotta swing that. Shout out to the courtyard. Shout out to 158 in Brook. Definitely be safe this summer for the youth. You got about a month left of summer.
Yeah.
Make it back to school in one piece. It's okay to go upstairs on time. If you ain't really missing out,
Hydrate.
you get to talk about it the next day. So stay safe, stay blessed. I am CKing. Check it out. Thank you.
Hydrate, beloved. Hydrate.